Hello everyone, my name is Hanna Sherin. In this video, I would like to discuss few of the major implications of the coronavirus pandemic on the global economy. In the wake of the coronavirus pandemic, there are big shifts in the stock market where shares of companies are bought and sold. This is happening because investors fear that the spread of the coronavirus may lead to a destruction of economic growth and that the actions taken by the governments may not be enough to stop this decline. This graph shows the impact of coronavirus on stock markets since the start of the outbreak. We can see that the FTSE of the London Stock Exchange, Nikkei of the Tokyo Stock Exchange and Dow Jones of the New York Stock Exchange have all seen huge falls since the outbreak began on December 31st. The Dow and the FTSE saw their biggest quarterly drops in the first 3 months of the year since 1987. Lockdowns are the method adopted by various countries in the world to prevent the spread of the coronavirus. What this has resulted in is people not moving out and about like they used to, and demand for oil has all but dried up because the world has decided to keep people indoors. Brent crude is the benchmark used by Europe and the rest of the world. Its price dipped below $20 to the lowest level seen in 18 years, as can be seen in the graph. This graph shows the oil price at a 21-year low. The IMF says that the global economy will shrink by 3% this year. The IMF described the decline as the world's worst decline since the Great Depression of the 1930s. If the economy is growing, that generally means more wealth and more jobs. It's measured by looking at the percentage change in GDP or the value of goods and services produced during the year. We can clearly see on the graph the decline in GDP that major countries of the world are facing in the year 2020. Although it is said that coronavirus has plunged the world into a crisis like no other, it does expect global growth to rise to 5.8% next year if the pandemic fades in the second half of 2020. Shares in technology companies such as Zoom have shot up as more people rely on video conference calls and emails to hold meetings or get tasks done. As people stay indoors, the demand for online shopping and entertainment has also soared. Amazon's share price has hit new highs, while streaming platform Netflix was at one point a more valuable company than oil giant ExxonMobil. The travel industry has been badly damaged, with airlines cutting flights and customers cancelling business trips and holidays. Governments around the world have introduced travel restrictions to contain the virus. The EU banned travelers from outside the bloc for 30 days in an unprecedented move to seal its borders because of the coronavirus in March. In the US, the Trump administration has banned travelers from European airports from entering the US. Data from flight tracking service Flightradar24 shows that the number of flights globally has taken a huge hit, as shown in the graph. As many countries and world capitals have been put under strict lockdown, major industrial production chains have been brought to a halt. The European Space Agency has registered an impressive fall in pollution across the European skies. The images clearly show how strong a reduction in emission is now in place over major cities across Europe, in particular Paris, Milan and Madrid. A similar trend has been detected across India's industrial hubs, where strict lockdown measures have been placed since March. We can see how the density of nitrogen in the atmosphere has reduced as the country moved into lockdown in March and April as compared to the beginning of the year. In China, where the coronavirus first appeared, industrial production, sales and investment all fell in the first 3 months of the year compared with the same period in 2019. China makes up a third of the manufacturing globally and is the world's largest exporter of goods. Restrictions have affected the supply chains of large companies such as industrial equipment maker JCB and car maker Nissan. Shops and car dealerships have all reported a fall in demand. Chinese car sales, for example, dropped by 48% in March, More car makers such as Tesla or Geely are now selling cars online as customers stay away from the showrooms. In the US, the number of people filing for unemployment hit a record high, signaling an end to a decade of expansion for one of the world's largest economies.